So in Acts chapter 17, we see Paul and Silas enter into the city of Thessalonica. And while they're there, of course, they're preaching about God. They're teaching people about Jesus and how he is the Savior of the world and how he died for all of them. And some of these people loved what they heard. They were excited to hear about their Savior, and they became Christians. But of course, as always, as we can see today even, there were some people that did not like what they heard. It says that they became jealous and they became angry, and they actually went against Paul and Silas. Well, while Paul and Silas were there in Thessalonica, this man named Jason took them into his home, gave them a place to stay while they were missionaries there in the city. And so he was taking care of them. Well, these angry men, this mob, came to Jason's house, and they drug Jason out of his home along with some other Christians, and they started to question them. Where's Paul and Silas? Hand them over, and they actually take Jason and these other Christians to the authorities. And when they get to the authorities, these angry men, this mob, they actually refer to Jason and the other Christians as something very interesting. What they say is, these men who have turned the world upside down are now here. See, these men, these Christians, Paul and Silas, they had gained this reputation of being great Christians. But of course, if you don't like Christianity, if you don't believe in it, or if you just, whatever it is about it makes you jealous or angry like it did them, well, that's not a good thing to be a great Christian. And so they had built this name up for themselves that wherever they went, man, they changed that place. And they knew now these men are in Thessalonica, they're going to change Thessalonica, what they thought was for the worse, but of course we know for the better. And so they say these men who have turned the world upside down are now here. Today I want to encourage all of us to be the type of people that turn the world upside down. We look into the world today, and especially now, and we see so much hatred going on. We see so much anger happening, and we see people not loving each other. Man, let's flip that on its head. Let's turn that upside down. Let's turn it around and be loving Christians towards everyone, and really change the way that we live and to change the way others live by looking to God and loving others. I'm excited to tell you that if you're watching this and you're a part of the Rocky Creek Youth Ministry, I'm excited to tell you that this year's theme, our summer theme, is to turn Lucedale upside down. That's our theme, and I know that maybe some of you won't be super excited about it, because what that means is, no, we're not going to be going out on a long trip out of state or somewhere, but we're going to be staying here. Now, there is still a retreat planned, and again, if you're a part of the youth ministry, I'm going to be sending out a text shortly after I make this video with all the information that you need about our retreat. But our theme is to turn Lucedale upside down, and guys, I'm really excited about this. We're going to be staying for a week just on the edge of George County. But we're going to be coming into town and a few other places, and we're going to be doing some community service to really help out our community. You see, when we see Jesus ministering to people, well, notice what he does. He doesn't just start preaching. He doesn't stand up and start telling people what they should or shouldn't do. He helps them, right? He helps them. He shares a meal with them. We know all of these miracles of Jesus, and we know all these teachings of Jesus. But if you look at the teachings of Jesus, most of the time he actually does something to help that person first, right? We know that he healed the blind and the lame, and he even rose people from the dead like Lazarus. He fed the 5,000 people, and lesser known, he fed the 4,000 people as well. So we see him helping people while he is teaching people, and we're going to do just that. In Acts chapter 1, Jesus tells the apostles to go out into all the world, right? He tells them to go to the ends of the earth, but he doesn't just say go to the ends of the earth. He says go throughout Jerusalem. That was the city that they were in. And then he says go throughout Samaria. all of Judea, which was kind of like the country that they were in. And then he says, go throughout all of Samaria, which was kind of the surrounding areas around them. And then he says to go to the ends of the earth. I want to encourage you and challenge you to do just that. It can be difficult to say, well, I'm supposed to go throughout the whole world. I'm supposed to go to the ends of the earth. Well, it's hard to figure out where to start, but hey, why not start in our hometown, right? Why not start right here in George County, Lucedale, Mississippi, where we can really turn Lucedale upside down for the better, showing each other love, showing our neighbors love. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited to get the information out to you for our retreat. But it's not just about the retreat. This is going to be a whole summer thing, and this is going to be a whole thing with our youth ministry for as long as we can possibly do it. I've gotten a lot of good contacts to help me figure out some community services that we can be doing throughout the year. And so I hope that you decide to take part in this and really take part in your community, not just to help your neighbors, not just to show your neighbors love, which we should be doing, but again, just to show the glory of God and to show everybody God's love. I'm excited to turn Lucedale upside down with all of you, and I hope that you're excited too.